But it's beyond that now. We're beyond like the shame of whether he jerked off on camera or got sucked off or like we're now at the point where he's in the county jail. So, and did you see this? Josh, Irate Gamer weighed in. Did you see this?
On the haunting of Rekieta?
I did not see that.
No, so he's actually talking about the cursed Sonichu medallion.
Oh, it's real as fuck. Just so you know,
it's real. He's given his analysis. Do you want to hear his take? Should we play this?
I haven't seen it yet.
I know this is a bit of a clusterfuck. We're flying by the seat of our pants. We haven't even got to the charges yet or anything.
Buddy, we were busy today, and we dropped. Ashton texted me, and I went, I'm canceling everything I had planned today. You're like, me too. Fucking let's go. Show. Yeah. What happened was he had replied to Malcolm X about Rekieta. So then I got everyone last night to retweet his tweet. And then he went, this is getting a lot of traction. I'm going to make a video on it.
So he's explained the Chris Chan Sonichu curse, Josh. Go ahead,
weigh it. Video on the medallion?
Yes.
Yeah, it's right here. All right. It was just released 30 minutes ago.
Recover it and pass it along to the next zone.
Let's just play this. Let's not pause.
Yeah,
and let's let him go.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
It's a ghostly haunting.
Ooh, we're haunted.
Hey guys, Chris the Ghost Doctor here. And last night I ended up answering a question about a online personality. I guess his name is Nick Rekieta. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know who this guy is, but my reply ended up getting a lot of buzz. So I told everybody that I would do a video.
You're welcome,
on
Chris.
This to kind of explain things in a little bit more detail. So they sent me some pictures of this guy back in like 2019 as compared to now. And if you see him back in 2019, he's very he looks full of life. He talks very well. And now his face is very gaunt. In his videos, I guess he slurs his words, on the verge of passing out from time to time, and people are like, "What is going on with this guy?" Because I guess he's an alcoholic. At one point, he put a necklace on, and I guess there's some theories out there that it was cursed. And
let's go.
Didn't do anything.
What are you doing? Why?
Why is it buffering?
Why?
Like we couldn't get through. This is the first time we didn't pause a video on the show,
and now it
was like it had to auto pause.
And yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to say that's the complete catalyst of it, but it could have him putting a necklace on that somebody sent him that is cursed. Could have opened the door. And if you don't know how to properly cleanse yourself or your space. Once these things start to slip in, they can kind of like plant their flag and start to invade that space and wreak all kinds of havoc on their life. I think somebody told you he divorced over time, I saw. So yeah, they can just get in and cause all kinds of havoc in your life. And I saw that he's an alcoholic too, and that's kind of taken over his life as well. And the problem with this is every vice, human vice out there, drugs, alcohol, even porn, has their own frequency level that attracts beings in. They have their own frequency beings. So
you following this, job?
You have these alcoholic spirits.
This makes perfect sense. This is why the Catholics did
feeding off you because they love it. They're not living.
Yeah. This is like so surreal. I'm like, is this real?
It is surreal. He's saying the reason it's called spirits is because alcohol attracts ghostly spirits. Can we get a Josh Moon fact check on that? Like, is that
Sounds
so?
Right.
Sounds
I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Yeah.
They can't drink a beer, so they have to drink it through you. They're feeding off you.
What?
And
so wait, this is the theory all along.
This is why
Rekieta became an alcoholic and a drug addict so he could feed the ghostly spirits that were suffering.
Yeah, alcohol.
Well, they're not suffering. I guess if Rekieta dies, he would also become like a demon that like possesses people to keep drinking.
You see the life force kind of like draining out of this guy over time because maybe
you can tell he's hyped too.
Something is feeding off him. I've come up with different classifications of spirits, and parasite spirits are just one of those things. They feed off people, places, and things. So yeah, this is a thing. I'm dead serious here. Over time, he's also gotten talking about sex more and sex acts and things like that, and that's another attribute to this. You get more guttural in all your actions because you have no nothing inhibits you. You just throw it all out there because you just keep moving that line forward. Like, oh, I got away with this. I could do this and this and this and this. We see that a lot in our culture. And that's, I lost my father to alcoholism. So I'm no stranger to this. I've seen how this can wreak havoc. And I had a lot of paranormal things happen around me because I'm just open to it. When my dad would drink, things would happen. I would see shadows.
You understand?
No, wait.
Wait, Josh, by the way, did you know when people die, they go to Chris Bohr's house? I'm not kidding, by the way. They go to Chris Bohr's house, and he has to pray for them to go from purgatory to heaven.
They're begging him for prayers. They're waking up him and his wife in the middle of the night and being like, you need to pray for me. And he's like, you have to wait till Wednesday.
Or Sunday.
That's when I'm praying. Or Sunday. That's when I pray for you.
And he has to talk. He has to walk them out of the room and go, listen, come back on Wednesday.
He got attacked by a Jacob Marley spirit in chains with a scythe that scratched him.
Yes.
Like, this is the stuff he's been saying. Have you been keeping up on this at all? The irate gamer, the ghost
No, I like the story. I like the story that, like, I guess because in my head, his father's this severe alcoholic that dies, and he's witnessing paranormal activity. So I'm just imagining, like, he's sitting there playing Game Boy, and like a glass smashed against the wall, and he's thinking, a spirit threw that.
But really, it's his dad just fucked out of his mind.
Yeah,
You know?
He hears like in the middle of the night with his dad stumbling to the bathroom.
Well,
there's all sorts of weird banging noises and shit.
Yeah. You walk in, all the cupboards are open.
Fun. No, but this is like his trauma response as he remembers it as ghostly happenings, but really it was a domestic between his mom and dad. He's like Fox Mulder.
The scratches and stuff. It's like, where did all these bruises? And that's like a ghostly bruise I got tonight. I don't remember anything happening.
You know, he even said, he said that people commit suicide because of ghosts. I'm not kidding. And schizophrenics have the ability. Go ahead.
Contact ghosts. This guy seriously claimed that he uses schizophrenics to help him contact the ghosts. And then when people said, like, that's fucked, you shouldn't, like, encourage schizophrenic people to believe their delusions are real. Like, he doubled down on it the next week and said that we were all wrong and that schizophrenia is a result of spirits contacting them.
But then his co-host got mad. He's like, whoa, hang on.
This is a real biological condition. And like the guy claimed he was a doctor. It was wild.
Oh, shit.
Crazy. And so, yeah.
Oh, one more thing on that.
Go.
He actually said that he also said that he has schizophrenics in his family. And then it's like, yeah, this all adds up. Yeah, this adds up, Chris. Get through this and get back to it.
The life force thing. Also, just want to put it out there. When back in 2012, my YouTube channel was the 55th most subscribed channel on YouTube.
Whoa.
55.
And that turned a lot of heads. And
time.
I had a lot of prominence in certain circles. So I was approached by the powers that be, and they wanted me to be part of their club.
What the?
Look, they threw stuff at me like commercial deals, celebrities, things like that, and I told them no. And they kind of ruined my online life after that.
This is like Chris Bohr's was like Jesus in the desert being tempted by Satan. Like he was talking about on his show how at E3 Microsoft, like they had like a satanic party with Bill Gates. And he saw satanic rituals, and they were tempting him. They're like, you can have all the riches of the world, irate gamer, if you will but kneel to Satan and Bill Gates. And he was like, no, I'm loyal to Christ. I'll never join you. Like, this is why. Josh, you have any thoughts on that?
Terry Davis said the exact same thing because he said that the Illuminati gave him the exact same offer. So there's multiple accounts of that.
Holy. Oh, and by the way, he said on a tweet, I'm not kidding, this is true. He said on a tweet that this kind of like demonic entity, he goes, it has to do something with Jews. I'm not kidding. He said this. And then he also had this video we covered where he said that like the Jewish afterlife, there would be a blue light, but it's tricking you.
Yeah, they're tricking you into being reincarnated on the earth. So he said not to go to the Jewish blue light.
Oh, it's in this video. He says this, by the way, about Jewish people. Okay, let's keep watching.
He was approached. I don't know if he took the deal or not, but if he did, maybe there are certain things expected of you if you do take this deal, and maybe he just can't handle it. So maybe that's adding to the spiraling down that he's going through. just a lot of things. And I'm sure there's a lot of demonic connotations to it. It doesn't necessarily have to be demonic, just dark spirits, spirits coming in, feeder spirits, things like that. So just food for thought. I know a lot of people like this guy and don't like the way things have gone. You're going to see a lot of this with online celebrities and things like that. So you just got to be careful. And I hope that answers a lot of questions. Somebody asked something about spirits. You know, this is why alcohol is sometimes referred to as spirits. You know, the spirits that you drink, because it does attract spirits in. This is coined by the Jewish philosophy. You know, the rabbis back then would pray.
Jesus,
what is going on? Cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks,
Gabe?
Mr. Moores.
Gabe's gonna be really mad about this
over there.
No, I'm gonna get a DM in a minute here.
Their alcohol, because they knew that it would attract certain spirits in. So, yeah, you got to be very careful with alcohol.
Can you confirm,
and
Gabe?
You know, drugs, anything that could turn into a vice. That's why they're called the 7 deadly sins. They don't throw it out there for a reason. So I hope that helps. Thank you. Follow me if you want to know more about this stuff.
Get him on our show.
I want him on
I
so
would love.
bad.
Someone send this to Chris.
He's my dream guest.
Chris.
The dream guest. All right, so back
Let's get
to
back into it.